And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Today, I am opening the Naughty or Nice collection from Fresh Monkey Fiction. I've got the Checking It Twice Santa. I've also got a couple of the shorter, smaller, not quite 5 POA figures. And by not quite 5 POA, what I mean is they don't have 5 points of articulation. They actually have more points of articulation than 5. So I not quite 5 is maybe the wrong way to say it, but anyway. I've got the Gremlin Nutcracker as well as Julie the Elf. And I think that what I'm going to start with is actually Julie the Elf, and then I'll open the Gremlin Nutcracker, and then I will open Checking It Twice Santa. These were a very, very generous gift from Arlen Pelche, who is a fantastic sculptor, very, very good with people and sort of fabrics and things like that, and sculpting them to look really, really lifelike and realistic, but still, toyetic. They're not ultra realistic to the point where they don't not look like toys. Is that right? Anyway, very, very excited about these. I have gotten a few other Santas. I have unboxed a few other Santas. I posted a video for one of them yesterday. I've got another video that'll be posted next week. But in the meantime, I wanted to do these ones live and sort of hang out with everybody and chat. So I will very quickly take a look at the packaging and then sort of check in with everybody. The Santa figures first. I'll start with the packaging on all three, and then I'll get to opening. The Naughty or Nice box. It's the same box for just about all of them as far as the outer box, the look, the general look goes. They just have their name on the bottom at the front, and the different figures from the wave on the side, cross sell on the back, different figures on the other side. And as I said, the box is effectively the same for all of the figures in the wave, with the only exception being the name on the front. So that's pretty simple packaging, but it is effective. I do like that the red and green with the sort of green stripe signifying kind of like a ribbon or something like that. I'm really digging the simplicity of the packaging for this line. And also, it's kind of one of those things. What was the other line? There's another line that I was thinking of recently that, like, they didn't mess around spending too much money on packaging. It's just very straightforward and easy to understand packaging. The same is really true for these. Now, these are in a, I guess you could say they're carded, but they're kind of not. Like, it's that collector friendly type of package where the card is separate from the plastic. So this plastic isn't like welded or glued onto the card. The plastic sort of wraps around the whole card, and I'll show you on the back here. It's just got it's just sort of wrapped on, tabbed on. So basically, if I flip that tab off, you have access to the figure behind, which is really cool. They're sort of resealable. They're not sealed in the first place, but same thing on this, just cross sell on the back with all the different figures that you can get in this wave 2. And then on the front, there's unique art for each one of the different characters, different figures. So the Gremlin Nutcracker, as well as Julie the Elf. And these are pretty cool. I actually must admit that I did already open one. I opened this little gremlin dude. What's really, really cool about these figures is that they come with alternate heads, but I'll take a look at those when I get the other ones open. For the time being, I guess you could just stand in the corner there. Here, we'll sneak him in here because he's a gremlin. I'll just kind of hide him. That's yeah, that's what I'll do. Um, all right. Let's see here. The most wonderful time of the year. Yes, indeed, indeed. Good to have you, Game Quest. It must be a busy toy tube night, and I must have not posted that I was doing this till way too late. But good to have you here, and anybody that is watching live. If you're watching on the replay, thank you as well. Too bad you couldn't be here live, but such is life. So, all right, I'm gonna open Julie the Elf first, I think, and then I'll do the Gremlin Nutcracker, and then I'll do checking it twice Santa, and then I'll grab all the other Santas, and get them all sort of in together. As I said, they have this sort of collector friendly packaging, so you just pop the one whatever side. I mean, you can pop any side; it'll work on any side, and just get the figure out. Really nice too, because it just pops right out. There's no you don't have to fight the plastic to get this figure out at all. Just gotta fight the plastic to get it back in. Huh. I'm going to tighten up this shot a little bit. Now that you've seen sort of the full packaging, you don't need that full shot, I don't think. This is not gonna stay. Why won't it stay? That's probably good enough, eh? That'll do. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Zazel's Clubhouse. What's going on, Zazel? Looks pretty neat. Yeah, they are. They're just fun. I mean, they're just fun figures. So happy to get them. As I said, Arlen was kind enough to gift these to me. So I'm excited to open them. All these little ones come with extra heads, which is a nice little bonus. You get Julie the Elf, but you also get in this package. I'm going to change the angle. It's terrible. Terrible. Forgive me. This is my least favorite part of doing these is trying to find the angle. Trying to reset it. Pain in the butt. That's way off from where I want it, but that's okay. That'll work. At least now you can sort of see. No, it's still terrible. All right, that's much better. I'll live with that. Move him more on frame there. Okay, so Julie the Elf, there she is. As I said, they're like not quite 5 POAs. So they've got articulation in the leg, they've got articulation in the arm, they've got articulation at the neck, but the added point of articulation is the wrist. So they do have rotating wrists. You can spin the hand all the way around if you wanted to. That'd be weird. I don't know why you'd want their hand upside down or whatever. But then they come with accessories. So in Julie the Elf's case, she comes with a candy cane. I think the little gremlin guy came with a candy cane that was like a stick of dynamite, like it had a a wick or what. What's it called in the stick of dynamite? Where when it the fuse, a fuse. The dynamite has a fuse. That's the word I'm thinking of. They all come with stands, which stands are boring. I don't like stands. I'd rather have my figures fall over than have to stand on clumsy little stands, personally. We do get for I think everything in the line comes with a boxed, a wrapped Christmas present, which is pretty cool. They always match the deco of the figure that they come with. I bet the Nutcracker is going to be the exception. The where is it? Here it is. The little gremlin, the mean little gremlin, comes with this crushed Christmas gift, which I think is actually quite a funny touch. You know, to have it crunched because he's a little gremlin and a nasty little dude. Hey, Zazel's Clubhouse. I became a channel member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Zazel. Good to have you. Very much appreciated. Be prepared to be underwhelmed. Um, Zazel's very right. Stands seem unnecessary if the boxes are collector friendly. Yeah, you know, yeah, I kind of agree. You know, if you're gonna display them, you know, you can kind of do them however, but like these will go on the wall, and these have, you know, a little tab, plastic tab as well, so you can hang them or do whatever. Um, I'm not going to be able to stand it back up. The other really cool thing is that all the elves, all the little guys, as I said, come with alternate heads, and they're often like quite different. So Julie comes with a little you know, a little man elf head, young man, and as well as sort of an older man. He's more of like a you know, you get sort of the cartoony elf with the young one, and then you get more like, I don't know how to describe it, a much wiser, older, but sort of more realistic looking sculpt there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm sort of just analyzing these a little bit more than I should. Also the hats. So two different hats. So Julie comes with the pointy little one, and then you get the sort of stocking style one. And they've done a good job with these too, because that just pops off, and it's keyed. So it's not, you know, round or square. It's actually you know, a particular shape, so that the hat can only go on one way. Um, and the heads pop off pretty easily and are easily swappable. So there you go. Now you bought Julie the elf, but you get Julian the elf, I guess. Or the other guy. I mean, you could put whatever head on there that you want. But they all work on all the different bodies, so you can sort of mix and match. I guess if you wanted your gremlin in the blue outfit. The heads that come with this guy, we get this gremlin-y head with his little fangs and his little beard and his beady little yellow eyes. But the alternate heads, we get this cheeky, mischievous little gremlin type. And then, of course, because Arlen sculpted it, we also get a zombie elf head, which I think is pretty cool. And I think Arlen's done a good job of sort of peppering in zombie parts to other lines that he's done, with the full intention of one day, you know, doing the space zombies from Mars, which is coming up soon. Stay tuned for more on that. Um, Gruff. Yeah, it is gruff. There is certainly a gruff aspect to that head sculpt. Um, all right, let me open up the Gremlin Nutcracker. Now, this one I'm actually kind of like most excited about this one, um, because the actual like Nutcracker style kind of mouthpiece moves. So I'm very very curious to see what that's like. So let's get this guy out of the very easy to manage packaging. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in there. I thought there'd be like one or two little accessories, but there's a bunch of stuff. All right, so here's the little Nutcracker. Okay, we'll go over the alternate stuff first, I think, or the extras first, the bonus accessories first, because there's a bunch of stuff going on here. As I said, more than I anticipated, in a good way. We get a stand. Yay. We get a drum that has a peg, which makes me think that it will peg in somewhere on the figure. Although at first glance, I didn't actually see anything where it might plug in. I'm thinking maybe the belt pops out. He comes with one drumming hand and one um ball. There's nothing going on there. It's just a green ball. So I guess that explains why the other hands sort of look the way that they do. But anyways, you get another arm, another drumming arm. You get another just basic arm that doesn't do anything. Well, I mean, it articulates. It'll go up and down, but it doesn't have it doesn't. What am I trying to say? It can't hold anything, so it doesn't drum or do anything like that. There is a hand that is holding a halberd, I believe is what this is called, but it doesn't rotate. Or sorry, like it doesn't. The halberd is like sculpted into the hand. You can sort of see paint wise, it's all one piece, and then it's just painted. Where the halberd sort of goes in and out of the hand. You can see that where the the paint sort of starts and stops, and then one last one, we get a hand that has a little sort of nutcracker style sword. Pretty simple, but pretty well executed. Nice silver finish on the paint. Same on some of the other parts. So that's pretty cool. And that's just an alternate hand. So you just pop out the ball hand and pop in one of the hands with the accessories, and away you go. I'm gonna just slide that over to the side so that you can actually see it. I realize this angle is still terrible, but life goes on. I'm gonna pop this out, this arm. No, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna figure out how. Oh yeah, I think it is. Okay, so first of all, I want to see how this like mouth moves. Oh, it's really stiff. Oof, very stiff. Very, very stiff. And I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to force it. But I just wanted to make enough room to see if the belt comes out. And I think it must. Join me as I ruin my figure in real time. That's got to come out, right? Does this come out? I might have to heat it up and try to get that out, because it looks very much like it's moving a little bit, which makes me think it comes out. But now I'm sort of second guessing myself and thinking that I'm forcing forcing a piece to come off that's not designed to come off. But I'm pretty certain that this drum, probably plugs in at the waist, and then he can play his little toy drum with his little drumming hands. But I think I'm gonna swap that arm out. Oh, actually, you know what I realized? If that works like that, then this will probably come out. Maybe not. Yeah, it does. So that little hand will pop out. I put his little sword hand in. Actually, I'm not gonna put the sword hand. I'm gonna put this hand because I think I'm gonna display him with the halberd. And then pop the arm. I guess I didn't need to pop the arm off to do this, but for the sake of seeing it done. Man, that hand is loose, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. Because I was gifted these, and I'm not complaining about something that was gifted to me. All right, that's the little guys out of the box. I'm gonna get Santa out of the box here. I'm just gonna rearrange some of this stuff. I'm gonna put him on the bad side. Let's see if I can get him to stand up. I'll put wee Julie over on this side. Okay, so I've got, as I said, I've got Checking It Twice Santa to open, but before I do, I'm very quickly going to show you the other ones that I have, just sort of get them in the frame. So I've got this sort of magical frosty type Santa. He comes with his list, which is fantastic. I can't really make out any of the names on there. I think that's the way that it's intended. I think you're meant to not be able to like read properly any names that are on there. Um, I'm gonna run out of no, I know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move them over a little tighter together, and then I should have enough room. He's gonna go over here. I really want to try to get them all in here because this is actually the last one that I have to open, so I want to sort of get like a group shot here with all of them. This is the one. So I did a video for this guy and posted it. I think yesterday. So this is Great Northern Santa. I really like this one. It feels sort of like a 364 other days out of the year type Santa. You know, this is Santa around the house, chopping wood and painting and getting all his chores done before before he has to go out and deliver all the presents and such. And then I got one more. I'm gonna rearrange. He takes up a lot of space, so he's gonna sort of have to find a hole here. This one I haven't posted the review for this yet, but this is probably my favorite one, and I don't think Checking It Twice is gonna change my mind. This is Barbarian Santa, who is just an epic figure. He is so cool. He's got a wired cape. He's got a big old axe with like a reindeer skull on it. Very, very cool figure. Even if you're not into buying, Santa figures, I think Barbarian Santa is, is a pretty awesome addition to any collection. Um, Sorry about that. Julie, you're going to get moved up here. Barbarian Santa can scoot over there. There we go. Justin Mohan, welcome. Good to have you. It says, I hope Fresh Monkey does Halloween stuff again and it's more traditional. I don't think they needed to reinvent the wheel with their stuff for Halloween. They just needed cool looking figures. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you could, there's like so many Halloween themed things right now. You've got NECA and Super 7 doing figures with like the Halloween masks and sort of those traditional, not traditional, but sort of old school throwback Halloween costumes and stuff. Then you've got, sorry, I'm trying to unbox this while I talk. Then you've got, other lines doing, things like Universal Monsters and stuff like that, which I kind of consider to be like Halloween adjacent. But I don't know, like, Justin, what would you like to see them do? I'm genuinely curious, and I'm not sort of, I know that the tone might have sounded a little bit critical, but I'm genuinely curious, like, what do you think would make for like cool Halloween figures? Like what would make a line? How many figures would you need in a line, and sort of what would you want? Um, what do you think would be cool? I'm genuinely curious. Because I will, I'll tell Julie or tell Julian. I'll I'll tell Arlen what your thoughts were. All right, so there's checking it twice Santa. It's this is just such a funny figure too. All right, there is Santa out of the box. This guy has probably the most traditional kind of Santa costume of the figures that I've gotten so far. Um, all the other ones have been variations and sort of themes of Santa, but this is as close as I've gotten so far to just a normal traditional Santa. Although I don't know that I would necessarily call him a traditional Santa. Okay, accessory wise, we get a stand. Wow. Um, we get a plate with two cookies. In this case, they're cookies with like sprinkles, I guess. Looks like sort of red and green sprinkles. We get a cup, a tiny cup. This cup is empty. We also get a, a beverage that effectively fits in that cup, which is kind of odd and but I maybe it's chocolate milk. I guess would be my guess of what's in there. We get a little teddy bear, so Santa comes bearing gifts, of course. We get a little stack of snowballs, so a little 4 snowballs in a little pyramid stack. We get a list. The list is the same one that came with that guy. We get some alternate hands, so he's got C grip hands on just straight out of the box. We get alternate C grip hands in black, leather gloved hands. We get one more adjustment of the camera so that you can see this better. We get a pointing finger hand, and then we get one more extra set of hands, and this is easily the most unique set of hands that I've gotten with these Santas so far. These are brass knuckled hands, but wait, the knuckles say naughty and nice. That is a very, very nice touch. We get a Santa hat, which is a little bit kind of dirty and grimy. Like it's got sort of a black, dirty wash to it. And I'm going to take a closer look at that figure in a minute because there's some interesting deco going on there. And then we get 2 baseball bats, and these baseball bats also say naughty and nice. Cleverly in the same font that it says naughty or nice on the packaging. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool. Naughty and nice, both on the knuckles and on the baseball bats. Very, very clever. Okay, taking a look at this Santa. As I said, he's sort of the most traditional Santa that I've gotten so far. Just the red suit. Nothing crazy, nothing weird. There is a pretty decent amount of wash on this, so it does feel a little bit grimier, dirtier, a little bit more worn in worn out maybe. Barbarian Santa also has some weathering on his the lower sort of skirting type piece there, which is kind of reflected here as well. Interestingly, though, there is some deco on the face sculpt. So he's got, you know, a black eye on that side, cut over his other eye, um, just to add, you know, some nastiness, some griminess, some grisliness to this figure. And then there's like blood splatter on here as well. I don't know if you're going to be able to make it out because it's sort of red on red, but it's on his fur collar and then on his shoulder as well, which is to me a very nice touch, a very clever look for your sort of grumpy vigilante Santa. I don't know. I don't know why he's so angry. Um, but yeah, he's gonna get the baseball bats, or should he get the knuckles? I don't know. Kind of feel like you got to do both. You got to do both of the bats or both of the knuckles, but you can't really do both. Because they're not C grip hands. It would have been cool if I got C grip hands with the knuckles, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Or so they say. Articulation wise, I won't really go over it. If you want to see more of the articulation scheme on this guy, by all means do check out the review that I did for this guy, or that guy next week, because they're the same articulation scheme apart from one point of articulation, but altogether, you know, pretty similar. What I've compared these to is our articulation scheme similar to like Super 7 Ultimates. So they're not super articulated, but as far as, you know, getting them into a pose that'll sort of work for what you need from a Santa, including, you know, an angry vigilante Santa, I think I think they've sort of nailed it. I think they do the trick. You know, you don't need 37 points of articulation for Santa until they make a ninja Santa. They're not making a ninja Santa, but imagine if they did. I would want better articulation for that guy. But for these, I mean, limited articulation is probably the way to go. So, all right, that's all I got. Just a quick video, short video tonight. I have to wrap this up and do some other stuff. I'm actually going away for a few days. First thing tomorrow morning. So that's all I got tonight. Oh, I'll put these in because I did say that they all come with a wrapped present to go with the figure. So there's actually some bonus presents here too, that I got with the accessory pack that Arlen sent me as well. So yeah, there you go. There's the whole lot of them. They're fantastic. If you don't have any of these Fresh Monkey Fiction naughty or nice collection figures, by all means, I would strongly recommend you go get at least one. I mean, before you know it, it'll be Christmas and you'll be kicking yourself because you don't have one of these on your mantle or your Christmas display. I mean, you could sneak these into your Christmas display. Barbarian Santa is probably the one that you want the most. But they do just make a normal classic Santa as well if you want to go that route. Anyways, it has been a pleasure to have everybody hanging out and chatting toys with me. It's always more fun to open toys with your friends. So thank you guys for joining me. Until next time, bye bye.